Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the LA Chargers. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
First carry of the game for Hassan Haskins. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Haskins now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A give to Haskins up the middle. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
This one finds McConkey. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now it's Herbert. He wants it all for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And the QB rating right now sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. Looking to put a drive together. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, Sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
That completes it again to Metcalf. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Partner, we always talk about how important third down is, but I think first down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down first and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
This is why I've never been a big fan of trying to get too cute down here by the goal line. For every one time something like this works, it seems like it blows up about 10 times. And sure enough, they'll wind up losing yards here.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Rodgers going to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Oh, my, that's a heck of a tackle right there on third down because they had to swing it out to the back and hope that he could make a play. But let's face it, in order for him to be there and be in that position, in order to make that play, he had to read his keys and not be fooled. Excellent job in the open field.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. This drive starts with a Haskins carry. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed him off with that run.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They run it again with Haskins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 10. And Johnston sent in motion.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Pass out left finds Johnston. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Warren, touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Chargers ready to take over.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Haskins with a run to begin the drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Here's Herbert.
Over the middle and caught by McConkey.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. That one complete to McConkey. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Allen now with a chance to run.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Herbert off of play action. He's got a man. It's his fullback. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Straight ahead, here's Haskins.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Another run for Haskins.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And here's the give to Haskins.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Herbert. This is caught.
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Haskins. is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Haskins again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. He's got it. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try with Haskins. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. Deion Henry there on the tackle.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 5. Here's Rodgers to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Throwing is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on third down. Now Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first and 10, it's Gainwell. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now Rodgers. Now he'll tuck this and run. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him the first.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A handoff for Warren. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Chargers are going to get the football back at their own 17. The Charger drive about to get going as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Herbert. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Justin Herbert looking to pass. On the out route, he finds Johnston. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Herbert now. That is caught. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. In motion right is Johnston. Herbert throwing again. Right side, he has Johnston. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Boy, Brandon, a missed opportunity there at the end of this first half. You'd love to give your guys a lead going into the break. But this effort doesn't find the mark, and that's going to keep things all square.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. And incomplete on the deep ball. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now it's Rodgers. Got his man, it's Warren. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it makes it third down and 2 yards to go. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Throwing now is Rodgers. That is incomplete. And the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll begin with a give to Haskins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 51 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
First down, they'll stick with Haskins. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 18 more yards there and another first down. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Handoff now, it's Haskins. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3. Herbert running left off the option. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. On the give, it's Vidal. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So matching field goals here to begin this third quarter of play, and we are tied again.
And this is how it's been all game long, very much like a boxing match. Each team counter-punching each other, neither gaining a clear advantage.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Looking to put a drive together. In motion right is Austin. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
And he finds Austin complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They toss it to Warren. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Rodgers now to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Here's Herbert. Short throw to Disley. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Haskins now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Chuck Clark just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
From the gun, Haskins. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw here, Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hassan Haskins, 14 yards. And the Chargers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Steelers 10.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. On play action, it's Rodgers. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on Monday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Davis now to return it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. This drive starts with a Haskins carry. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
1 yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Herbert. To the left side, he's got McConkey. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. And it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Throwing is Rodgers. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Running left, it's Warren. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw, it's Rodgers. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 39. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Rodgers going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
A 57-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Again to Haskins up the middle. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. On the give, it's Warren. Call it a gain of 4. Leaves them with options here on 2nd and just a yard.
Only 4 yards on that gain, but, you know, a lot of people would say that's like getting 9 in normal circumstances since this was 1st and 5.
Yeah, now your playbook's wide open here, 2nd and very short.
Yeah, I still don't think that you can count it in the stats that way at contract time.
No, it still goes down as 4, not 9. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. Shifts by him. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much.
Looking to put a drive together.
Starting things out with a give to Gainwell.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
On play action, Rodgers.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Back to throw, Rodgers.
That's going to be caught. It's Austin. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. He'll check this one down to Gainwell.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
Now Rodgers.
Drops this one down to Gainwell.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon.
Here's 1st down.
To throw is Rodgers.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10.
Rodgers to throw. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Now he's going to...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Deion Henley in there to bring him down.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation, move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
One final try now for Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Well, it came down to the final play in such a close ballgame. What a game it was, but they can't get that last throw off. Good job by that defense to get in there for the sack to seal it.
And for fans watching the game, a little bit anticlimactic, don't you think, partner? Not even able to get off one last throw to see how it would have turned out. Instead, pass rush got to him and ended it that way.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Good night, everybody.